Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Women rising in every corner of this room, in every corner of the world. Women in every continent, of every country, of every color, of every culture. Women in every profession, in every field, of every age and nationality. Women daring to pioneer new possibilities. Women transforming the man-made dystopia of exclusion and division into an our-topia of inclusion and co-creation. Yes, women like you and you and you are rising to pioneer new paradigms of possibility every day and everywhere. Oops, I'm a prisoner of my, okay, I'll just keep that on. Community. It's community. If every business and every bank would just invest and care for their community, we could leave this world a much better place than we found it. We would feel motivated, as I do, to go to work every day. That's why when Prince Charles asked me to become the national ambassador for his initiative, Business in the Community, I said yes. I'm Jane Ann. When I became the CEO of Virgin Money, the first thing I did was I got my team together and I asked them, what will our new mission statement be? And we came up with a very simple statement. Everyone is better off. But it wasn't just on paper. For us, what mattered is that every single person who works in this bank cares about it and makes it come true in their work. That's why we changed all of our bank offices into lounges, where our customers could come in and converse with each other and with their bank managers as friends. That's why we started investing in the charities that our customers cared for. That's why we sponsored the London Marathon, but I didn't expect they'd ask me to run the marathon, so with all that cellulite, I trained and I did it. I guess I always say yes to whatever comes up in life, even and especially if I'm terrified of it. I guess that's what I learned from my father. He dropped out of school when he was 14. We grew up in a tough working-class neighborhood in Scotland, but he always told me, there's nothing a woman can't do. There's nothing you can't do, Jane Ann. Just go for it. That's what we do here, investing in community. Because if we all do that, imagine how we could pioneer change for all the communities in the world. Asala, do you know what asala means? Asala means authenticity in Arabic. That is why when we created the Palestinian Business Women's Organization, we called it Asala. Because isn't that what we all want, we women? We want to express our authentic selves, share our authentic skills, whatever happens. You see, it was not so easy during occupation. All of our women have skills, but they had no opportunity to start businesses. Who would give them a loan? Would you? Any bank? When they have no CV, no degree, sometimes no education. So we gave them loans. We created Asala so we could give microcredit to ordinary women who had suffered occupation, so they could start a small business doing what they love. Some loved embroidery, some loved cooking, making jams, or pickling olives. They could not go very far because of the occupation and all of the checkpoints, so they did it in their own houses or with each other in cooperatives. You see, I am Zahira Kamal, and most people think I'm only a political leader. Of course, I was the first Minister of Women's Affairs in Palestine. It is true that I am the first Secretary General of a political party. But if politicians don't care about the livelihoods of our own people, what point is it? So now, despite the economic crisis, while our men are in jails or in exile or without jobs, women have been registered with our Chamber of Commerce and become businesswomen of Palestine. And they are creating a new economy of solidarity, of cooperation, and of beauty. Inner voice. You ask me, what was it? What was it that made me go running out when the bombs started falling in Dael and Darra, where I live, in Syria? From the first day the bombs fell, it was my inner voice that told me, go, Asma. You are a physiotherapist. You have medical skills. You can help these people. So I borrowed a scooter from my neighbor, and I rushed out, taking whatever I could. And I saved as many people as I could. I would bandage their wounds, then I would take them to my clinic, and I would treat them for free. For a long time, I did this alone. 6 times I was detained. After the first time, when I came back, after they made me sign a paper saying I will never help those terrorists, the civilians who are bombed every day, I saw my clinic was completely destroyed. So I used my creativity to create some simple instruments to give therapy to the people who were wounded in the bombs. Luckily, I heard about the white helmets, the Syria Civil Defense. They are all volunteers just like me. All of us are of different backgrounds, but we all share the same motivation, the same slogan. If you save one life, it is as if you have saved all humanity. So when the bombs start falling, we go rushing, listening to our inner voice. And in my mind, I still see my father, who would bless me every time until he too died in the bombing. He would say, God will protect you, Asma. Go, do your duty, and save people. If we follow our inner voice, we can save all humanity. Purpose. You see, that is what my mother told me when I was 2 years old and I got polio and this leg became useless. In our remote province, Itombwe, in Democratic Republic of Congo, everyone said, a girl, handicapped, she is a basket case, forget her. But my mother, she was illiterate, but she would carry me on her back to school every day, though there were so many other mouths to feed and take care of. And she would whisper to me, Nima, don't forget, every person is born for a purpose. My purpose was to protect my people during our war, especially the girls and the women who were raped. 48 every day of the war. Even now, what did we do? We created Maman Shuja, the women heroes of Congo, because those warlords, they think they are the heroes. They don't realize we women are the real heroes of Congo. Each one of us has a story to tell. So, we would meet like this in a circle in an internet cafe. We would tell our stories to each other. Then those of us who could type would type them. And we would use digital media and social media to send our stories around the world. That is how we met our sisters and friends in all the countries of the world. That is how our petition of all the women of Congo saying we want real peace, not this political peace of the warlords. It reached the White House. One day I got a call saying, this is the White House, Nima Namadamu. Will you come and meet us because we accept your petition? I didn't go to the White House. But that is what I mean. When we women share our stories and create circles of solidarity, we don't just make a little noise. We can change the paradigm. And that is exactly what you have been doing here, what we have been doing here together. Ever since WIN started, and over these last few days. And we can continue because each time we share our visions, each time we share our wisdom, each time that we create circles of solidarity and recognize that we are all part of one humanity. And we weave this new web of our utopia, a vision that I already shared 10 years ago when I first came to WIN, and that I see unfolding through the work that each of you does, through the lives and values that each of you lead. So, starting right here, let us begin to accelerate our efforts to create a world that works for all, for our children and our children's children. So just take one moment, if you're willing, and if you'd like, you could stand for one moment and just witness the world as it is today, with all the turmoil and uncertainty and chaos and fear and violence, and think of what it is that you feel called to change. And then awaken what can be. Imagine that you can unleash your human potential to affect change. You can unlock your unlimited creativity to innovate the responses that you need in your lives, that the world is yearning to hear from you. So just imagine, just stretch your hands out, imagining all of those possibilities of your own potential, your own creativity. And then imagine with these beautiful lights around us that it's as if your inner eye, your visionary eye, is opening to see exactly how you will fulfill the vision of the change you wish to bring about. Imagine that and take a step towards it so you can feel yourself standing and embodying your vision. And then look around you, ready to enact transformation, and look at all of these allies that you have made in just the last few days, who can be your supporters to champion you in enacting transformation, to create a world that will be one of beauty and love for everyone. Thank you. Good luck in your journeys.